What's up, metalheads? My name's Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. And welcome to an episode of Chopped. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. I don't have the knives to make a lot of these episodes. Every Chopped episode I've made on this channel, the knives belong to someone else. So, and today we're going to be doing another knife done by Blade Chops on Instagram. His name's David. He also has a YouTube channel called Blade Chops. I'll link both below, his Instagram and his YouTube. And Craig, my buddy Craig, sent this knife in and the chopped variation of this knife you're going to see in a minute. He sent both of those in for me to make this video, so thank you very much to Craig. Give Craig a follow also. He will be linked in the description below. And this is the Renegade Provision Company God of Mischief, aka the GOM, and I absolutely love this knife. Man, this knife is, the look of this knife, the blade shape, the ergos, the action. It's an OEM by Riyadh. Just an amazing, amazing knife. But for someone with a medium-sized hand, this is on the bigger side for me. I would carry this knife this size, but you know, this is about as big as of a knife I would carry. Pretty decent sized knife for my hand size. Although if you're someone out there with a large, extra large hand, this may be great for you. But let me show you the chopped version of this knife. And I'm gonna zoom in on this a little bit here. There we go. And here is the chopped GOM. Check that out. At first glance, it doesn't look that much different, right? When I hold it up here and you're looking at that one in the background, not a whole lot of difference there, right? They look pretty similar. Till you put them next to each other. That's where you're going to see the variation there. And it looks like there's a total of 7/8 of an inch removed from this knife. 7/16 off the blade, 7/16 off the butt of the knife. This one weighs 4.4 ounces, and surprisingly, it only came down to 4 ounces. It only lost 4/10 of an ounce by doing the chop. I actually thought it would lose a little more than that, so that was a bit surprising to me. It doesn't look like there's that much being done here until you start to look at the fine details. And there was a lot of work went into making this knife look like this. We'll look at the if I can get them to stand up for you. When you look right here, stay. So not only did he chop the end, but it looks like he also took a little bit off right here. He slimmed the spine of the handle down here a little bit. And by doing that, he also, when they ground off the end of the knife too, they were able to remove the lanyard pin, had to replace the pocket clip, the original pocket clip. For whatever reason, I don't think he could get too, well, no, I'm not sure. Maybe Craig just wanted a different pocket clip, because it looks like the original pocket, I know what it is. No, it's the same length. Looks like the original pocket clip would have worked, but I'm sure there was a reason it didn't. I actually like the pocket clip they put on it better than this one. I think it looks better. It actually feels better in and out of the pocket too with this clip than it did with this clip. Oh, I know what it is. It's because this was you could put a wire clip on here. This is a wire clip replacement. That's what it is. This originally had a wire clip, and now he didn't have to use a wire clip. That's what it was. That's what it was. Just hit me. Yeah, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. Ergonomically, this knife is already amazing. It feels amazing in hand. It really does. Some of the best ergos you're going to feel on a knife. I mean, there's not a hot spot on it. The scales are contoured. It just melts into your hand. A little long for me, though. A little bit long for my hand size. This one, the same, man. Ergonomically, this one feels better to me now. I don't have all the additional sticking out. I just feel like I have more control over this knife in my hand. It feels better to me in hand, but I wear medium-sized gloves, so larger hands would probably disagree with that and prefer the original over this. But both feel amazing in hand. It's just I like the smaller knife better. I'm really shocked at how little weight it took off. I guess. It's so thin out here with what he took off the blade that didn't take much off. And then back here, not much of the backspacer was actually removed. It was just this little piece down here to allow for the lanyard pin was removed. So not a whole lot was actually taken off the knife in weight, but we lost nearly an inch in length. Let's talk about the action between the two. Reverse flick. This one, the original, feels like it's a little bit snappier. And that could just be a variation between the two knives and, you know, production. But it could also be that this has a little more weight. And so when that detent breaks, and the length of the blade, that detent breaks on this one, it feels like it pops out a little faster. Yeah, I definitely prefer the reverse flick on the original, for sure. How about the thumb flick? Same. I prefer the thumb flick on that. Yeah, on the original. I like it better. Now, how about the front flipper? The most important flipper. I prefer the front flipper on that one, and that may be because it feels like this one feels like it has a slightly lighter detent, and for a front flipper that can be better, especially when you get kind of sharp jimping. For the regular front flip with the thumb, I don't really have a favorite, but for the knuckle roll, I definitely prefer this one, because this one can start to dig into your finger a little bit right there, because it's kind of stiff to pop that front flipper out, pop that blade out with the front flipper. For this one, it just comes out so much more buttery smooth. But that makes this not as snappy, the reverse flick, right? This has a snappier reverse flick. But both are fantastic. I mean, neither one of them is bad in any way whatsoever. Yeah, beautiful work done by David, as always. No surprise there. One thing I do notice that I think he could have done that may have made it a little bit better is you see how this titanium's finished here, right? It's blasted. This looks kind of satin now and polished. Well, that's because he ground this down some to where when you flip the knife over, so if you look right here, this finish is the same as this finish, to where here you got this satin looking finish, but then you got that regular finish still here, and down this part of the liners or the scales. I think he should have went ahead and polished this all the way around the edges just to make it match, you know what I mean? To make this finish continue on around all the scale. Not out here as much, but yeah, it's not bad, don't get me wrong. I'm nitpicking with that, but yeah. Something else that's really cool about this knife now is it's slightly under 3-inch blade. It's like 2.78-inch blade, so this would now be legal in any state, I think. So if if this is a knife you love, and I tell you, it's an amazing knife. It really is an amazing knife, but you can't carry it because it's more than 3 inches. Check David at Blade Chops out, man. He can make anything legal for you pretty much. Dude does amazing work. This is like my 8th or 9th episode of Chopped, and all of my Chopped videos except for one knife were all done by David at Blade Chops. The Sharp by Design Apex was done by Julio, but all the rest were done by David at Blade Chops, and he does amazing work. So all right, guys. Hey, before I end this, if any of you guys out there have any chopped knives, I would love to continue to make these videos. If anybody has a chopped knife they'd like to send in, let me know. I'll see if I have an unchopped variant or if I can come across an unchopped variant to make another episode. I love checking out these chopped knives. I think it's amazing. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you guys on the next one.